That's the state of development here. The people that want to build houses can't build houses, which is insane.
The block, it doesn't happen anything like the block. As you know, it's all fraud. What would you pay for it?
Probably next month.
How is it in development at the moment?
All right, here's a different start to the morning. This morning, we're in the CBD running a few errands. I got my coffee from a place called Prologue, beautiful little cafe and lovely coffee as well. It's about 9:55 now, so I've got to head to my first auction. It's at 11, which is in Maribyrnong. I've got plenty of time, but that means I can tell you a little bit more about it. Second auction's in Tarneit. Not much more to say about that one, but the Maribyrnong one I've been working on for about 5 months. I'm going to jump into the car and I'll tell you a little bit more about this one because I've been working on it for quite some time now and it's got a bit of an interesting backstory. So let's jump into the car and I'll get there. Alright guys, so 59 Railay Road. This one's been on the market probably for about 6 months now and it's been a pretty long drawn out thing. It's a very interesting property because it's not exactly in great condition and also pricing wise is quite high. So that's what's been keeping it on the market for quite some time. And it's only recently that we've been very aggressive with dropping the price because every single inspection there's been no interest at all. So it's only recently since we dropped the price that we're actually getting some interest, and so a really good opportunity for them to sell if we can get some good bidding. So let's jump into the auction and we're going to see how that auction goes and how the owner is going to decide to manage with the bidding that we get today. So let's jump into that and we'll see you there.
Hey guys, how are we? It's good to see you. That's it.
How are you?
That's it. I'm very good. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. I'm gonna have a look through. Hello. How are you? I'm Ian.
Ian, how are you, mate? Bob.
You must be the tenant living here?
Yeah.
Very good to meet you. Do you mind if I have a look through?
Go through, mate.
Beautiful.
Okay, get ready for a house tour. Now, keep in mind as we're going through the house, this is the condition that you're typically going to be looking at when each inspection comes about. The tenants, of course, they've done a good job to clean up the place and tidy up things. But overall, there's quite a bit of stuff all laid out and not too much, and still quite a bit of clutter all throughout the house. So when a buyer comes through here and makes a decision on if they want to buy the place, they have to use a lot of imagination to see how best to use these spaces. The bedrooms are quite neat and beds made, things neatly tucked away, but the living areas are quite cluttered and it's quite hard to actually imagine yourself living in these areas if you're an ordinary buyer. So even in these rooms where you've got things piled against the edge of the house, again, it's neatly tucked away. It's not like it's thrown all over the place. You can see the owners have cleaned up, but again, you're not really, as a buyer, getting the full sense of this. So when you've got a tenant in a house that you're looking to sell and you're committed to selling, it does make a difference whether or not it's tenanted, because your tenant will do the best they can to clean up, but ultimately they're not going to be able to go through extreme lengths to make it look like it's been fully staged and the full potential of how homey it could be. And even on top of that, these tenants were requesting very specific time frames, so the opens were only during weekends, so you don't actually have options to do weekday opens, and also requesting compensation for each home inspection, which is by law something that you can request. It's a bit difficult, but again, another reason to vacate, to have infinite access to the home. So you can see the home itself is quite nice. There is quite a bit of work to be done, and this unit could have some potential, or you could just knock it all down and start again. But we're about to get stuck into the auction, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very nice, humble auction here today. Very nice, intimate setting here. So you've only got 2 competitors here, which is a really good opportunity to secure yourself a bargain here. Very, very attractive property and price range as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to you two now. Who would like to get the auction underway? Don't mind where we start. Not a problem. I think I'll kick things off with a vendor bid at $800,000. We're gonna go in $20,000 rises. And just by the way, even though we're not getting participation, I'm glad that we've got a crowd here. You're keeping me in a job. We're not getting much participation out this way, which means it's a good opportunity. Same vice versa as well. If you'd like to jump in, 820, we simply count it down 3 times, pass the property in at $820,000, placing another vendor bid. We're gonna still go in 20s from here, so it needs to be 840 if you'd like to jump in. Third and final time, all done. I think we'll go 840. 840, and we'll take a quick pause to seek some instructions from our vendors. We'll be back in just a moment's time. Thank you.
Ian Auctioneer mình bên cô thêm một cái
860, yeah? Yep, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got updated instructions from our owners here. We're not quite at our reserve price, clearly, because we haven't had any bidding whatsoever, but I have instructions to pass on. Andy, unless that's a miracle bid, last minute. Happy to accept 850 or 860 for you, only for you. In that case, ladies and gentlemen, I place a vendor bid at $860,000 and formally pass the property in. I would like to thank you very much for your attendance here today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much. I thought you may put in a bid. Are you sure you're not interested in?
No,
Yeah,
he's not the
he's a
good
tough man.
They're
he's
tough,
not a
tough
good
guy.
Tough client.
Even at 850, what would you pay for it?
Probably next month, 750.
750.
Oh, you gone up now. You told me 700.
And
That
you'll
is
be-
potential. This area.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about are you interested in the street, or what is it about this home?
It's just because it's good spot.
Good spot.
It is a good spot.
Yeah.
Good spot.
I must admit.
What about 800?
Yeah, it's a good price.
So 7? Yeah, exactly.
It's cheap.
And that's the thing.
I don't think you can get,
It's cheap,
honestly, you
Yeah.
can get a vacant
for,
land.
not for my feasibility.
No, yeah.
I know for developers, they want to,
Yeah.
buy cheap
Guys,
and
the-
then, make the
the
money.
material.
How is it in
Too expensive.
how is it in development at the moment?
Is if you don't thinking very good, try to do the best, like buy the land,
Yep.
buy material
Yep.
like this, you are broke.
We'll
Because
surely
the
be
profit
getting some funds.
Very little. Yep.
It's very hard in this moment.
Yeah.
For this reason,
Yeah.
for me, for my feasibility, is that price.
Yeah. I've talked to a lot of
I hope the
we got
owner
800 here, Ian.
sold the.
We got 800 here.
800 here. Oh, you've got competition now.
Okay. But thank you so much, guys.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Mo. We'll be in touch.
Yeah,
I'll
of
let
course.
you know how we go.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Mo.
you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
So Maribyrnong, not too hot. We only had 2 buyers, and the second buyer that actually triggered us to call the auction probably wasn't interested at all. To be honest, I can't fault him at all because developments are very, very tough. He was saying to me that the margins are very, very thin, and so if you buy a good land for a good price and good materials, you're gonna lose money. That's the state of development here. The people that want to build houses can't build houses, which is insane. We have to do so much better at, if we wanna have a target of 2 million homes or whatever the hell that target is, and developers are thinking like this, they just wanna get cheap and build shit, then you're not solving the problem here. So that's the reality of it. The owner's willing to take a little bit less, but still way too far, not aligned with the market whatsoever. You can see, even at the readjusted price range, not much interest, which means either we're waiting for a unicorn buyer here, or the property's overpriced. It's not being open to buyers. You're not being able to inspect. It's not very well presented at all. So you're really just limiting your target to people who want to knock down and rebuild, and those people don't have budget. So the reality of, if you want to sell while tenanted and you're not you're not presenting the home very well to potential home buyers, despite the fact that it's a great location right near the creek and in, you know, a couple of minutes from High Point. You're going to limit your buyers just to people like developers who, like I've said in previous videos, you don't want them at your auctions. Not because they're bad people, this guy was lovely, but because they can't buy for more than market value. They can't even buy at market value. They need to buy well below market value to even have something to put on the table at the end of all of their work. And even doing all the right things, they might still end up out of pocket. So it's a very, very tough time for developers. Unfortunately, you don't want them at your auctions. So you need to target the people who you want to come to your auction, which means vacating your property, staging it, and making it comfortable and inviting to home buyers and the potential for people who you can just do a bit of a renovation and move in and enjoy the property for what it is. That's my rant. We're heading out to Tarneet now. I've been told that Tarneet has a really good crowd, 4 to 6 bidders expected. So I'm taking that with a bit of grain of salt, but once we get there, we're going to see how that turns out. Let's go.
Sandy, what's going on? Right, I just posted a story about how it was sunny and then rainy, and now it's back to sunny again. How crazy is that? So do you want to do the auction indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Great. Oh my God. You got the garage open, so if it starts to rain, we'll just pack in. That's right. How's everything?
Going well, actually.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
You want me to help you with one of them?
Yeah, if you could, just grab that one for me. Hey mate, Ian. Nitish, yeah, that's right. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Where's all of our buyers?
One of them came and he said, I will come back.
Yeah, early day finish for me. That one cancelled. We had 3 groups through and all 3 groups were looking to purchase subject to finance. Very frustrating for the vendor because they have a very realistic reserve price, very much aligned to the market, aligned with the target audience of first home buyers, and just not seeing the interest on auction day. So I'm not sure what the hesitation is, but I can tell you now it's a prime time to buy. If you're coming to auction and there's 1 or 2 other people making subject to finance and you're there ready to make an unconditional offer, you're going to get the property, and probably at a reduced price. It's a buyer's market, but being aggressive, you've got a lot of opportunities out there. So good luck out there. This is what I'm seeing in the market, and stay tuned for more in the coming weeks because I've got a couple of auctions lined up, more towards March, but I've got plenty to share in the meantime. I'll see you then. So it's about 10 o'clock at the moment, and I'm working on this presentation, just fine-tuning some of the last little bits of detail. I want this to be a very thought-provoking and very engaging presentation. I want it to be the best that it can be before I run this session tomorrow, which I'm very excited about, and then hopefully get some really good insight into what everybody gets out of it, what they're still wanting to know more about, and then apply that to my session on Wednesday. So the more times I can run this session and get some feedback from good clients of mine, the closer that I can get to having a well-rounded and well-polished product. So I'm looking forward to this. Come along. I'm going to film the session on Monday, so tomorrow, and thanks for sticking around. Video editing is taking a little bit longer these days, but you know, when I'm working on things like this, I need the time to put back into this. So thank you for being patient with me as I put out all these videos. But in the meantime, let's head out to the session. What is really the main reason that you do auctions? Nowadays on market, premium prices, flexibility in the method of sale. That's one we've missed in this one. What I mean by that is that you can sell as a private sale too. Okay, you guys are all very comfortable with that as a method of sale, and auctions don't actually rule that out. So where you see an opportunity, to sell prior, we've got that. To go to auction, we've got that. And also, to go after the auction, which is what Hamish has talked about, in the next couple of days, very much likely to go. So, what I want to ask you to do on your piece of paper is I want you to write down, and don't show anybody, what percentage of the time do you believe that auctions are the right method of sale for your vendor? Yes, very good. Four more.
有没有可能在拍卖的时候联系不到卖家？有没有这种情况发生？
As in, we can't get the reserve back. They don't want to announce it on the market. Thank you for having me today. Alright, so I just came off the phone with Dan from A-Lists. I don't know the rest of the company name, but he gave me a good rundown of paid social media ads. Really good insight, by the way, in terms of how to go about using it, and even just talking through my own ideas and understanding how that fits into my overall strategy. It gives me a bit more clarity. So these meetings, even though I'm not necessarily buying today, they're super helpful for me just to get a sense of what kinds of things I can do with it, talking through it in my own head. So no doubt, give me some time to think about what I want to do with this, and within maybe a couple of months you might see some paid ads from me. So let's see how we go. In the meantime, I've actually just had a parcel show up, which I've got to unpack. So let's get on to that. Look at this. Saturday, 22nd of February, and it's closing in on 12 o'clock. We're heading to 55 Bernhardt Avenue, I think it is, in Hoppers Crossing. A really exclusive property, hasn't hit the market in a long time since the owner bought it. So a very exciting first auction. I'm not too sure how this one is looking, so when we get there and we have a bit of a tour of the house, we're also going to have a look at how much interest we have. So I'm hoping for the best, and I'll see you in a bit. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you're
No, I'm not saying it right.
I'll give you my card so
Yes.
that way it might be better.
Beautiful. Tanvia.
Yes.
There we go, Tanvia.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, good. And you?
That's good, I can't complain. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. Good
Yeah.
weather.
Is that a camera?
It is a camera. I do social media content with it and vlogs.
Nice.
I see you got the Ray-Ban
Yes.
stuff. Are you doing social media content with this?
No,
What's
well,
it? Here for the auction?
Yeah.
Very much. Very good. These guys will check you in. Set up all my camera equipment and everything, and then we'll get started. Alright, I've got to say, everything for a good auction is coming together for you guys. You've picked a very good time.
Is that because you're here?
It is, because I'm here, and Pratik's here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's my whole pitch.
You're backing yourselves. Yeah. Good. Mum and Dad built this place with family and the life, and it's been a family home for what 40 years.
40 years. By the way, vendor bids, if you're wondering what that is, it just means that I can kickstart the auction, and if people are waiting and seeing, I'll just pump it up a bit.
Maybe 670.
Yeah, I just started off because we've got people here and we just want them involved.
We've only ever seen anything before what goes into it.
Ah, the block. It doesn't happen anything like the block. As you know, it's all fraud.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool. Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michaela as well.
Good
The
luck.
rest
Okay,
of the
no
team here
worries.
to help out. We've got Jazz and TJ. With any other auction, I will let you know the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit the auctioneer from accepting bids. $600,000. Thank you very much, sir, and welcome to the auction. 660, welcome into the auction. 3 bidders now fighting it out at 6. Absolutely silent. Good luck out. 710, 4th bidder now too slow. 7, happy to reconnect over this way as well. You're shaking your head, but the wrong way. At second call, at 740, are we on the market? on the market and selling. No better bidder offer. We've got new owners out this way. Sinhart Avenue is going to have new owners, regardless if it's here, here, or here. S3, if another 500 buys you the property, you'll be ecstatic. Or if it makes him pay another 500 on top, don't mind where the bid comes from or the motivation. I'll happily accept that chaotic energy at my auction. 760, great bid. 500 on top. Need to know, permission to sell, sold, well bid and well bought. Thank you very much for your attendance here today. Commiserations, of course, to our underbidders. On behalf of the team at Reliance Werribee, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much, folks. Well done, well bid. Bad luck, you tried everything.
Yes,
you just can't do anything about it, can you?
Okay.
You got another couple of thousand out of him.
Yeah.
That's the main
Yeah.
thing. So you pushed and you did your best, so you can move on to the next one. Free of anything in your conscience.
Absolutely.
All the best. You couldn't. I've got to say, I can't fault you. Couldn't have done anything better. Sometimes.
My number was like 740 walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So you've already pushed it because it's a very nice house.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't have the building report.
Yeah.
So he's in for a surprise.
That's it. Very good. Very good. Anyways, thank you very much for bidding today. All the best. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow, what a crazy auction, and lovely owners, by the way. So Diane, the owner, was telling me all about her home and just having a lovely chat in general after the auction. But I thought I'd give you a bit of a rundown because that was a crazy auction. 4 bidders actively bidding, and we achieved an incredible result. Talking to the underbidders afterwards, I always sort of want to know a little bit more so that I can pass it on to you guys and share the value of auctions, is that the underbidders bid all the way up until 760, and the last bid on top was 760, 500. And it turns out their budget for this property was 740. So they've managed to stretch again and again on auction day because of competition and exceed what they're willing to pay for the property simply due to the competition and the emotional buying state that they're in. And so when people want to know whether or not they should go for auction or private sale, it really shows that these people who are willing to pay up until 740 for private sale, say for example, and that's through very tough negotiations, we're willing to stretch all the way up until 760. And even then, prior to auction, you're only receiving offers at 680 to 700. And so that's the reality of when people want to know auctions versus private sales, which one's better. Auctions really will get you the best result for a well-run campaign. You really cannot lose, because at the end of the day, you've got the option to sell through private treaty throughout the auction campaign or even after. So if you really want the benefits of all of those, then you need to go auction. So if anybody's thinking about selling their home and not sure about auctions versus private sale, have a chat with me if you'd like. Send me an email and I'll set up some time with you and we can have a chat about your situation, and I can have a chat to you about where the auction process fits in. And if you're an agent as well who's currently doing mostly private sales and wants to switch up to doing more auctions, send me an email as well and we'll set up that same time. In the meantime, we're heading out to Truganina, 18 Seymour Street. I'm hoping that we've got a good auction there from what I'm told. So we've got 1 strong buyer and 2 maybes. We're hoping that all of those attend, but we've got to get to the auction and see what it's like. So I'll see you in a moment. Very early today, but we've already got... I had another one in the Hoppers Crossing that sold very well. Critiques. Has he already posted that? Did you?
He already posted that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was
very good.
he was live on Facebook.
Was he?
Yeah.
It was incredible. 4 bidders.
4 bidders.
Yeah.
Wow.
60 grand above reserve.
Wow.
After
3-4 months.
Maybe after such a long time we're doing auction together.
Yeah,
You
it is.
especially. Just don't do it.
Oh yeah.
How you been, brother?
30/60 is good. 5 or 10% deposit okay for you? Beautiful. All right, well, I'm going to get the auction started. Good luck. to go. The auction, I'm holding the auction indoors because clearly we have quite hot weather outside, so I hope you're in range 680 to 720, looking for an opening bid just at the bottom of the quoting range. So who would like to start me off at 680? 680, Bilal, thank you very much. Your buyer in the lead now at $690,000. I've placed a vendor bid. Look, I can, just because your buyers have done the right thing by bidding here. 695. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to place another vendor bid at $700,000 to progress the auction from here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation. And I'm going to tell you exactly where I'm going to place that vendor bid. So if you'd like to bid into the vicinity of that, we'll simply pass the property into you and start negotiations straight away. Thank you very much. All the better for the people that are around. I thank you for your attendance here today. Have a good rest of your weekend. 720 is that particular price point. Thank you very much all. I think that signifies it. We place a vendor bid and formally pass the property in. Thank you very much.